Hey guys, welcome back to my layout. This is layout update for May 2013. I'll show you some of the stuff that I've been working on, and actually a few locomotives I picked up at the train show, as well as some new rolling stock and a few other new things. So let's get right into it. Obviously you noticed I finally got this SD70i running. So let's get in close here and take a look at some of the details I added to this locomotive. It's a Details West CN style plow, as well as the train line hose and MU hoses. You saw the Ulrich Models 603 ditch lights. I painted these handrails on the front white, just because they came black from the factory and they looked really weird. So just a small brush and some acrylic white paint fixed those up. I also bent my own grab irons for the top there, those eyebrow shaped ones, because the ones that Athearn Genesis provided were just completely wrong and they looked weird. So I just bent my own, and I'll have to paint those red orange as well as these front grab irons when I get around to it. Up on the roof here you see I put a Details West Sinclair antenna, as well as, I'm not sure what that little tiny antenna is called that's usually more closer to the front, but I just made one out of a piece of the grab iron that I just cut, kind of make that little small antenna. I don't know what it's called, but from prototype photos that's where they're located. On the long hood I added a detail. I replaced the Athearn Genesis one with a Details West 3-chime P3, so that looks a lot better. It's a much better casting, more realistic size. And on the back I also had to paint these handrails too, because they came black from the factory, as well as added MU hoses there on both sides, painted. And just like the front, I'll have to do red orange on these Athearn Genesis grab irons, because they came like steel colored, not painted. So something else to do in the future. And this locomotive has a mini oval speaker with enclosure, and it's siliconed right to the roof, right about here, just right up against the plastic. And it's pulling some new rolling stock I got at Supertrain, the big train show there in Calgary. These are from Prairie Shadows Model Railway Company. They're Intermountain cylindrical hoppers. That one's Lake Louise, the Alberta Heritage Fund. This one here is a special run that Intermountain does for Prairie Shadows, and these are cool. This one, County of Red Deer, obviously you know why I picked that one up, because I live out here. It's just another Heritage Fund Intermountain hopper. I also found these True Line Train bulkhead flats. These are nice cars, so I picked up a couple of them. The other thing I got from Jeff was this Sioux Line grain hopper. Nice car. This is Intermountain. Got a Railgun by TTX. This is Exact Rail. These are really nice too. Super nice cars. A CP one, same car. I got two of those. Another Railgun TTX, and just the old style of CP Multimark gondola. So the last thing I got from Jeff at Prairie Shadows was this Athearn Genesis GP38-2W. These are the new run, or the ones that just came out or whatever. This is a pretty cool locomotive. I was actually really impressed with Athearn's job on this one. The detail is incredible, and the thing also sounds absolutely amazing. I'll fire it up here. It's funny because you think it's going to be quiet when you start it up, and then that second part of the startup sequence kicks in. You're just like, holy man, that thing's loud. So if you're wondering what that weird looking locomotive is in the back, a friend of mine gave me this, as well as some that older CN rolling stock, some lifelike stuff. So he gave me that thing, and he also gave me some of this old lifelike rolling stock here. There's like a ballast car, an older box car, and like a steam era gondola. I don't even know what that thing would be for, but when I get my airbrush going, I'm gonna just probably practice weathering on them or something, try to do a light weathering and have a few cars like that to practice on. So that's all the new stuff I've got. I'll show you some of the things I've been working on in the layout. If you look over here, I went and dug some gravel out of my backyard there, baked it in the oven and put that down. I'm going to also do the roads with that light colored gravel. It's like really cheap, it's free, it's just out of the backyard and it looks good as long as you use a fine shaker. So everywhere I've kind of painted there, I'm going to put light gravel down, and in the yard I'll maybe put a darker gravel if I find some. Now let's go over to the other side of the layout. I'll show you, you might have noticed at the start, but there's a big change I made over on the other side, so let's go check it out. So you can see over here I laid the foundation down for the coal tipple. That's just made out of that 1/8 hardboard that I used for the fascia. I have a bunch of it left over, so I just cut it up, paint it gray, and it makes a great concrete foundation. And then I also laid the track that's going to come in, the spur track that goes around there, you can see. So in the background over there, you can see the tracks go under the road. So I kind of tried to recreate that loosely on my layout by having it go underneath the tracks. That tunnel portal is made out of a top of a yogurt container, just cut up and painted gray to look like concrete. So it doesn't look too bad. It kind of looks, you know, half-assed realistic. It comes around, there'll be a service road, some other stuff, and the coal tip will obviously sit there. Then the spur track starts coming around here, and it's fairly elevated, but I didn't really have a choice since it's so short. So that's everything that's new down here, guys. Since I showed you the track there, we'll go up and look in the office, and I'll show you where I'm at with the coal tip on. I got most of the outside structure done. I cut out a panel for the roof. Again, that's just made out of that leftover 1/8 hardboard that I had. So that'll get glued on there, and that'll make the roof. So there's the loading spout. Painted up. I dry brushed some black on there to try to attempt to make it look like coal. I don't know if it works or not. I also used some of my fiance's quilting thread to make a like power cable or whatever it is in the photo. Control cables, I'm not sure what they are. So you can see in the photo there's some power cables as well as that kind of circular that thing in the background there. I think that it's a mirror for the loading crew to see the other side. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. And that spout does move, so when the locomotive goes through, the locomotive can hit it and go through, and then it'll drop back down because of the weight inside there. And then this is a little weight I built. I found it with some just random parts I had out in the garage. So that will go inside there. I'll glue it. So that's everything, guys, I've been working on this past month. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the info. I'll post some of the things I'll be working on in upcoming videos as well. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.